Alright guys, we are back. So, we're gonna head out into the world here. We're gonna go back to our ship, and it's time to head to Emerald Vale. Also, did we finish Pavardi's mission? Did she get a bonus that I'm like unaware of? I don't know how many respect resistance, Stonebreaker, Spec Ops, Battle Hardened, Boisterous, Healthy. Nope, I guess we didn't finish the story. Actually, I don't even know if Sam has more of a quest.
Sam, I must confess, I have not been cleaned for far too long. You're sure this will... Oh, yes. That's the spot exactly. Why, I didn't expect you to be so thorough. I am ashamed to admit. Oh, Captain, there you are. Pardon, but perhaps you could afford us some privacy, please?
The fuck did I just walk into? Thank you, 10 gauge.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Okay. We gotta do this one. And then we gotta go to our inventory. We gotta go to here. We're gonna repair all. Okay, we're back on Edgewater, guys. We haven't been to Edgewater in a long time. I guess I should have switched Vicar Max back to Pavardi, but oh well. Yay, we're at the geothermal plant. It's been a long time since we've been here. Man, I really like this zone. This is a really good zone.
I'd wager this is the outpost.
I just missed it. Wait, how that mechanical line over there?
Hey, take a gander. The door's busted.
You could get...
Rebecca? Anders? You in there? Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore. But we've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Here, I'll fix it. Oh no. Oh no. What did you do?
This is an unfortunate sight indeed.
I'm glad you were able to turn that both into a quote and a hate. Its display is faded and the buttons are almost entirely rusted through, but you can still make out bits and pieces of what look like Rebecca's final entries. Law helped me, but Anderson was right. We never should have taken this contract. I thought Monarch was bad, but this is unbearable. Everyone here is blind or addled, or I don't know what. The towns won't let us walk in without an employment contract. I won't even find someone to let me send a message. For all that the capable folk here, we're stuck. Back home, we had to fight for every meal because there were no meals that you didn't make yourself. Here, there's plenty, but nobody's allowed to give you one. We've been stealing bits and pieces of life wherever we can. Anderson's about ready to sign up. Offer his life and service to Spacer's Choice just so he can take a shower. Clara, I hope the architect doesn't... I hope to the architect this never reaches you, but on the off chance it does, I want to say I'm sorry. Anderson and I fucked up. We didn't take the contract for the bits. We didn't take it because the primal sounded cool. We took it because we wanted out. Monarch's a living hell. We were sick of getting sick. Of boiled raptidon and stinking like sulfur no matter how hard you scrub. Of fighting day in and day out. We're exhausted. We thought we could use the contract money to find a place here, settle down, but this place ain't any better. It's just different. We're starving all the same. We never should have left you. I just thought maybe we could do better. I miss you, kid. Marauder's at the door. Anderson's bled out. I'm on my way. I won't let them get me. Not alive, anyway. I've seen what those monsters do.
They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you. The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses. Ugh. Or to leave your medallions to rot with you, but Clara would want to be buried with her sister.
I think your AI just had sex. The AI is horny on main frame. That's good.
At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stars. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I'm glad. If she were still alive now, it'd break her to know the truth.
Speaking of Faye, where's Faye been?
Yeah, maybe. I'm used to disappointment. She was still so naive as to let it hurt her every time it happened. Only thing left is to take these medallions home, which means figuring out how to bait the Mana Queen out of our old base. The most pissed off I've ever seen a queen was when a foreign species was on her soil. I'd wager the stench of a primal might do the trick.
Might do it? I don't think there's anything about the wilderness you don't know.
That'd be boring. Half the fun in exploring is the fact that you're on an unknown trail. I've never had the pleasure of hunting primals, but I hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few apart, shall we? I'm sure they've got pheromones. Everything does.
Now we gotta go back to Scylla. Game, why? Why you do this to me? Alright, well. Back to Scylla. Bill, Frank, Dues, and the power of three-way love. Alright, so we haven't been to Typhon, Hephaestus, Tartarus, or Olympus.
Scylla.
Although I'm not sure you can go to Hephaestus. That seems like a star. Miracle on the Frontier. There are primals over here. We can kill them. There were also primals on Monarch, by the way. Or not Monarch, Terra, too. In the Emerald Vale? Yeah. See, there's primals right there. But I guess they want us to go over here and fight Colonel Butts or whatever the fuck was over here. That's a big primal.
Captain.
Fuck, that thing got a lot of stuff on it. That's reload. Hey Gibbs, do you think you prefer Bill, Frank, or Dues in that relationship? got it. I think we gotta get a few of them. You don't know Bill or Frank, you can only know dues.
What was
Oops, why'd you fire the gun? I didn't even push the button.
in for it now?
Look at us!
Anyway, so you can only rule out dues. So Bill and Frank are from The Last of Us. You need to go watch episode 3 at the very least, so that you can meet them. I'll check it out. It's gonna get shot right up the asshole, which somehow survived and then was only staggered by that. That news is staggering. Hey dudes. Welcome. Executed. The cave there. He plays games with the girls all cheeked up for no reason. Hey guys. Speaking of being cheeked up.
Woo! Nice work!
Alright, we got 3. Now where are we headed? We going back to Monarch now? Speak to Nyoka, okay.
That queen ain't gonna go down easy. I can't wait. What's up?
These glands are gross. Please take them, please.
Outstanding. These ought to be enough. Let's get back to Monarch.
Alright.
There's an old base I used to call home. I can get us in the door, but we'll have to shoot our way through the Queen's brood to get to the center. We'll set the bait there. Password to the door is Charon.
I figured. What's Karen?
Hayes' idea. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, Nyoka. Charon. He said it was some old myth. Something about death and all the things we killed. Rest of us just thought it sounded cool, so here we are.
Alright, next session. Let's do it. Alright, let's head back up to our ship. Again. Let's head back to Monarch. Again. We're getting everything cleaned up, though. That's a good thing. Let's land in Fallbrook. Just... Okay, I should have landed in Cascadia. That's fine.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain. Do return in one piece, Captain.
Try not to be having sex when I get back, Ada. At least, you know. Wait till I leave again. Okay, so the base is down there, so this is actually the fastest way to get there. Mass Effect, more like ass effect, am I right? More like Mass Erect.
Here we go! Incoming! We're done here.
Okay. Into the wilderness we go. And then we kill the Mana Queen of Mana Queens, who's probably going to kill us, actually, now that I think about it.
Whew.
Oh, I cut her off. Sorry about that. Enter password, Karen. Passcode accepted. Mantisaur hive. What?
Incoming! Perfection! Well, this is the spot. You know, I thought I'd be angry. I thought I'd storm in here in a rage and exterminate all these bugs and everything would be all right in the end. But I ain't. I'm mostly just empty. A little sad, maybe. The first night Hayes and I spent in here, we knew it was home. It's safe. It's got a nice chill to it. But mostly, it doesn't stink of sulfur.
Was he there? I hate that smell. It did feel a bit different when we walked in.
Monarch folks often joke about it. Not because of the smell or the grittiness it leaves in your throat. Not because of the headaches or the coughing. It's because there's no escaping it. It's life here, and there ain't anything you can do about it. But here, somehow the sulfur never made it. The nights we spent in here felt like vacations. So we started building.
You built all this? This base?
We hauled in steel, hired sublight folk to help. That's how we met Anders and Opal. They stuck around after our contract was up. Opal liked camping. Anders liked chasing her tail.
Course
Four
he
of
did.
us for a while, scraping together what bits we could to build our home. Then came Rebecca, a sawbones out of the Cascadia survivors, who took a kindness to Hayes. And Clara, her little sister. I'll admit I wasn't keen on taking her on at first, but for a teenager, she was surprisingly capable.
Teenager out here in the Monarch Wilderness?
Believe me, I had my complaints. She had a head for numbers, helped us trade hides for food and materials, negotiated contracts. Turned out to be mighty useful. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, and me. 6 folks, 1 name, 1 family. Charon. Despite Monarch trying to kill us day in and day out, we managed to belong.
Sorry, they aren't here to see us kick man ass. Let's do this.
Incoming!
Oh.
Let me go!
Not sure how the game would interact with some of these other bugs in front of us, so...
Don't mess with us.
Oh, they already killed the queen. I guess they didn't need me. Alright. Well, let's see if we can find the bodies of our friends. Seems like they didn't actually end up getting a lot built. Bye, Clara. And there's Opal. Alright, that's sad.
Nicely done.
Alright, Nyoka.
I wish these were more auspicious circumstances, but at least we're all here. This bringing them together, burying them. This is the kind of thing Hayes would have done. That makes it stupid. By all accounts, we should have left well enough alone, but that also makes it right. Captain, thank you.
You're welcome, Nyoka.
You mind if we rest a spell before we head out? I'd like to bury Opal and Clara proper before I lay everyone's medallions to rest.
You're doing it. Leaving the medallions here? Suppose that's why. Let's go ahead. Of course. Although, I think you should hold on to the medallion.
What? Why? Them's painful memories, Captain.
They'll help remind you of both the good and the bad, not just the bad. They'd like to be remembered once in a while, even if it hurts.
Huh. That ain't a bad point. All right, Captain. Thanks.
All right, there we go. Okay, so she got a new skill as well called the crew. Critical chance plus 10%. Okay, well, that's not bad. Okay. Our next mission is to get the fuck out of this cave, apparently. Because I can't fast travel from the cave. Vector, would you like to have a dry bone with the 10 gauge? As long as it's brought to you by Spacer's Choice. Not just the right choice, it's a Spacer's Choice. That sounds painful, and the corporate branding wouldn't help. I appreciate your candor. Alright, let's do the Ice Palace.
We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static.
Yeah, when I first met 10 gauge, he was also emitting a weak docking signal, but I managed to parse through the noise and found what I was looking for.
Can we talk? Things on Monarch have really cooled off. I didn't think MSI and the Iconoclast would ever talk. Outside of shouting four-letter words, I mean.
Let's show there's always a peaceful
Sure.
option.
And fish sticks are really made from Saltuna. Look, I won't knock the work you did. I'm sure they'll have a good cry, look through old photographs, share a pint of premium double chocolate cacao gelato. But sooner or later, things will go back to the way they were. People don't change. Not really.
Unfortunate, but you might be right. You gotta try looking for the good in people. I don't think you're reading against them. That was a very specific image.
Well, who hasn't been there? Anyway, I'd hate to see you get broken up if this thing between them doesn't last.
I won't be. Nice to know you care.
Hey, let's not make this out to be more than it is.
I'll see you back in my
Anything
chambers.
else?
Let's scissor. We're gonna work together. I'd like to know more about you. Okay,
Think there's a generator somewhere?
probably. It says restricted access, but it doesn't look like my access is all that restricted. I don't remember why we're here, only that we're here for sublight. They wanted us to get something from here. I think they just wanted the whole station. Now that I think about it, that's why they wanted us here, to make sure that we are the first people here, and that we got the station. I got an ID card. Cool. Cool. 10 gauge, what is your thoughts on docking? Error. Unable to access memory cartridge. Terminal power below 5%. Terminal in maintenance mode. Restore power to supply station to resume terminal maintenance operations. Okay. Fairly sealed. Okay. We gotta find a way to restore power. Kind of surprised we haven't found anything to fight yet. A little surprising, actually. Dude, the people who are complaining about there being no ammo in this game, did they just use the
What
auto,
are the chances they're friendly?
the automatic rifles? Because I have not had any issue with with um, any ammo in this game. Down here. Sealed, sealed. I imagine these will open when I return power. And sealed. Okay, get in this way. Awful lot of exploring to do once I good try. Almost walked right into that one. Wouldn't be the first time I walked into a landmine. Taste the freedom with Spacer's Choice. As long as it's consensual, who does what docking isn't any of your business. What if you were the one doing the docking? Like, let's say Book of Me showed up with his book and he agreed to read to you. As long as you docked. How would that scenario play out after that? Engineering section. Generator status active. Maintenance 2% output. Maintenance mode is active. Minimum functions. Modify general mode. Generator mode normal. All right. Maintenance logs. View facility status report. Critical issues 1. Non-critical issues 2. Critical issues. Issue 1. A toilet in the maintenance barracks does not flush. Replacement part ordered 1,243 days ago. Non-critical issue. Issue 1. Sensors indicate Alta Vita gas is leaking from storage tanks. Alta Vita gas is toxic to humans. How is that non-critical, but the toilet is critical? Okay, you know what? Admin override. Priority set to non-critical. Management does not utilize the Alta Vita gas tank storage room. 2. Sensors detect that the new laboratory scent air freshener is running low. Work order already exists. The existing work order was opened 991 days ago and was last accessed 991 days ago.
Captain, I've been attempting to contact you with urgent news. However, communicational functionality was impaired due to the power outage. A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. So glad we finally have this opportunity. My ship is docked with 1084. There's no escape.
Okay, I guess you all die then. I think you've got the wrong gal.
I think not. The refueling system at Cascadia's landing pad logged your ship ID. You've been poking your nose into restricted locations. This makes my superiors unhappy. I could peel your ship open like a can of forest. But I'm in a sporting mood.
Would a cut of the profits change your minds? What was that? You want me to hit this big self-destruct button? Alright guys, Do we want to bribe or do we want to lie? I don't want to blow out my hands after Mrs. 10 finds out. What do we think? Should we bribe or should we lie? I don't think we bribed too many people. Lie. Alright, Vector, let's do it.
I didn't say that. How did you gain access to that system? Stop it at once.
Hit a random key. Welcome to hell, Commander. Just kidding, or am I? Want to find out the hard way?
Did you hit it yet? What's happening in there? I don't know who you are, but I have nothing to gain by risking my hide against a lunatic. Commander out.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
You know?
Nice. I've never been great at de-escalation.
You know what, though? I've seen that being fairly realistic and how someone would react. I love it. Hey, guys.
Their mistake.
I love it. We haven't lied too much in game, and we've also haven't. I think we're still in combat with those guys. Wait a minute. We can't get through this room. Interesting. Alright.
Hey, got it.
Okay, keycode encoder status online. Encode keycard. Coding keycard. There we go. We did it. We lost blank UDL card. Okay, messages. One from redacted. Subject closing down. Transport vessel has been dispatched to HRS 1084. I've taken the liberty of upgrading the sensitive materials containment rating of this asset, which means you're permitted to leave with company branded consumables. But all personal effects must be left behind. Do not interfere with the tanks. A cleanup crew will dispose of all exhausted assets in time. Anyone who requires ethical correction therapy can speak to a Spacer Care approved alienist, of course. Oops. Personal files. Note on Guthrie-J. James is gone and he never said goodbye. I keep telling myself he wanted to remember him as he was outside of the tank, or maybe he was just bad at goodbyes. When I saw what was left of him, I wanted to airlock everyone who let it happen. You could have said something, James. We were never short on time. Nothing's keeping me here now. The bits aren't worth it. I've requested a transfer. I get the impression I'm not the only one. Chief Kimball. Kimball thinks there'll be trouble once the docks run out of warm bodies. If James is around, I know he'd set her straight. Now that he's gone, maybe I could use some convincing too. She showed up next to my bunk last night, said that if anything happened to her, her password was her daughter's name. I hope it never comes to that. Okay. I'm going through here. I could just go through the door. Oh. Messages. To redacted subject, your concerns. Of course morale is low. You gave those PhD... Oh, hang on. You said I reached out. I'm doing so. Is there something I missed with the team? How's their morale, their commitment to the project? Of course morale is low. You gave those PhD tanks of nuclear scrambling gas and no warm bodies to test it on. What did you think would happen? They can test on each other all they want, but no one lays a hand on my squad. I'm installing safeguards in case anyone challenges that decree. To Kimball. Once upon a time, there was a princess who trained to be a soldier. While the other princesses got jobs at canneries and counting houses, the soldiers squinted down her sights at the firing range and made sure she hit the target every time. Then one day, a not very nice man offered her a job at an ivory tower. Far, far away from the kingdom the princess could provide for her ailing father, her lovely child, and her goofball husband, but she would have to stay locked in the tower until the doctors could find a way out. Once she thought better of her choices, the princess applied for early dismissal, but no one listened. The end. I love you, Angelica. Maybe you can write me a better ending? Give your father a hug and tell him I'm sorry for missing another birthday. Oh, I can't hack. I need more hack. He's 65. Okay, hang on. Okay, what is my hack at? 50. I'm at 64. Are you kidding me? I also don't have my hat that gives more to hack, I don't think, anymore. Don't. Damn, we need to level up once and then I can do something with that. Not that it'll matter, actually, because by the time we can do something with that.
Watch your step.
Ordnance control helm, is that? No, that's handguns. Alright, security routines. Disengage checkpoint security. Done. Hack, engage, okay. One, log mama bear. Kimball came by asking if any of the docs had been around. I told her what I know. It's been quiet, just ask Alpha. She walked off with a spring in her step. Okay, weird. Then she requisites into UDL Electro Floor 3000 for my checkpoint and a crate of concussion mines. If she didn't believe me, is she preparing for war? She's acting like she knows something the rest of us don't. Seems especially uncomfortable around the docks. Okay, weird. Well, we can get through the electro floor. That's worrying. Okay. This is as good a time as any to take a break, so don't go anywhere, guys. We got more Spacer's Choice here for you in just a moment.